Students, we are going to study kinematics equations of uniformly accelerated motion. We are saying uniformly accelerated motion, it means that acceleration is constant in this case. Now we will consider that an object is moving with constant acceleration along positive direction of x-axis. Okay, so let us suppose that this is a positive x-axis and an object is moving. So at time t is equals to 0, its position will be x naught and the velocity will be v naught. But at time t, after some time interval t, this position will become x and velocity will become v. So we can say that x naught is the position of object at instant t is equals to 0, and v naught is velocity of object at instant t is equals to 0, whereas x is the position of object at instant, we can see t. Okay, and v is the velocity of object at instant t. Fine. So now we will move to derive first equation of motion. As this is all about uniformly accelerated motion, so we will consider acceleration. We all know by definition that acceleration is what? It is change in velocity upon time taken. Now what is the change in velocity here? At time t is equals to 0, the velocity was v naught, and at time t the velocity is now v. So change in velocity will be v, final velocity minus initial velocity, v naught upon time taken t minus 0. Okay, and t minus 0, and it is equal to the acceleration. So we can say that acceleration a is equals to v minus v naught upon t minus 0. Now if we solve it and write it, we will get a is equals to v minus v naught upon t. Now rearranging this, we will get at is equals to v minus v naught, which we can write as v is equals to v naught plus at. So the equation which you all are seeing is v is equals to v naught plus at. Okay, and this equation is known as velocity time relation, as it involves velocities and time. So it is known as velocity time relation. Now moving to second equation of motion, we will consider average velocity. Now what is average velocity? We all have studied that v average is equals to displacement upon time. So what is the displacement in this case? As you can see, at t is equals to 0, the position of object is x naught, and at time t the position is x. So what will be the displacement here? It is a difference of positions. So displacement will be x minus x naught upon time is t minus t naught. How do we find displacement? From 0, the object has covered x distance x naught in time t is equals to 0. But from this initial point O, the object has covered distance x in time t. So the displacement will be x minus x naught. So this is what we have written here. V average is equals to x minus x naught upon t minus 0. Now if we rearrange it, we will find x minus x naught is equals to V average into t. Okay. Let us mark this equation. Let us suppose this first equation of motion is 1 and this equation which we have find just now is equation 2. Now we know that V average velocity is equals to initial velocity plus final velocity divided by 2. So what is the initial velocity in this case? It is V naught and final velocity is V. So we will find out that V naught plus V divided by 2 is equals to V average. Now let us suppose this is 3. Now by putting expression 3 in equation 2, we get, now if we put value of V average in this equation, what we will get? We will get x minus x naught plus is equals to, in place of V average we will put V naught plus V by 2 into t. Okay. Now if we solve it, we will get x minus x naught is equals to, this term will get multiplied with t, so we will get V naught t by 2 plus V t by 2. Okay. But we know that since from first equation of motion we know that V is equals to V naught plus AT. Therefore now what we will get? Therefore we will now put this value of V in place of V here. So now we will get plus V. What is V now? V naught plus AT into t by 2. Okay. Now we will solve it further. And now what we will get? On solving this further, we will get x minus x naught is equal to V naught t by 2 plus, now we'll again get V naught t by 2 plus a t into t will give us t square by 2. Now we can, if we solve it again, what we will get? V naught t by 2 plus V naught t by 2 will give us 2 V naught t by 2, and this 2 and 2 will get cancelled, plus a t square by 2, or we will finally get x minus x naught is equals to V naught t plus, we can write it 1 by 2 a t square. Fine children. Okay. So this equation where we are getting x minus x naught is equals to v naught t plus half at square, if we rearranging this equation, what can we get? X is equals to x naught plus v naught t plus half a t square. Okay. We will mark this equation as equation 4. Now, if we see this equation again, okay. Now, what is x minus x naught? X minus x naught can be written as s, okay, which is a distance in time interval, distance traveled in time interval t. So, x minus x naught can be written as s. So, this equation will now become, it will give us s is equals to v naught t plus half at square. Okay. So, this is the second equation of motion, which is s is equals to v naught t plus half at square. And here equation 4 is also known as position time relation, and equation 5 is known as distance time relation. Okay. Now we'll move to third equation of motion. Okay. So by first equation of motion, what did we get? We get v is equals to v naught plus at. Now, if we rearrange this expression, what we'll get? We'll get v minus v naught is equals to at. Let us mark this equation as equation 6. And we know that v average into t is equal to x minus x naught. We have found this in derivation of second equation of motion. Okay. So, if I put, as I've already told you that what is the value of V average, it is equals to V naught plus V by 2. So, here if we put the value of V average, what we will get? V naught plus V by 2 into T is equals to x minus x naught. Now, if we somehow rearrange this expression, we will get V naught plus V is equals to 2 by T into x minus x naught. Okay. Now, we will mark this equation as equation 7. Fine. Now, what we will do? We will multiply both of these equations, equation 6 and equation 7. So, multiplying equation 6 and 7, we get, what we will get? If we multiply this, we will get V naught plus V into V naught minus V is equals to AT into 2 by T x minus x naught. Fine. Now, from here, this T in the numerator and T in the numerator will get cancelled, and we are left with 2a x minus x naught on the right hand side of this equation, and what we will get on the left hand side of this equation. As we know that a plus b into a minus b gives us a square minus b square. So, if you see here, it is in the form of a plus b and a minus b. What we will get here? v naught square minus v square. Fine. So we'll get an equation which is v naught square minus v square is equals to 2a x minus x naught. Fine. So this equation, now if we rearrange this equation, we'll get v square is equals to v naught square plus 2 of a x minus x naught. Okay. Now we'll mark this equation as equation 8. As we have done in case of second equation of motion, that x minus x naught is equals to s. So we will put the same here and will put value of x minus x is equals to s in this equation. We'll get v naught square minus v square is equals to 2a of s. Okay. Again, if we rearrange this equation, we'll get v square is equals to v naught square plus 2as. So, students, this is the third equation of motion when an object is moving with constant acceleration. Here, this equation, which is v square is equals to v naught square plus 2a x minus x naught, is known as velocity position relation. And this equation, which is v square is equals to v naught square plus 2as, is known as velocity distance relation. So, to conclude, what are the three equations of motion? So, the first equation of motion was v is equals to v naught plus at. Second equation of motion which we got was s is equals to v naught t plus half at square. And the third equation of motion which we got is v square is equals to v naught square plus 2as. These equations are very important in solving questions and even in deriving other things in motion. Okay.